So we're delighted to have two just incredible and wonderful gentlemen with us here today. First and foremost, the District Director of USCIS, which is the critical agency that handles a lot of the immigration cases regionally. They're not the only ones that have a say in the whole immigration process, but they do handle a critical piece of it. The District Director, Denis Riordan, is with us here today. And also with him is McLeary, McLeary, who is the District Director of the Staff Field Office here today. The reason we wanted to have them here today is because both these gentlemen have done countless good work on behalf of scores of communities here who've tried, and community members who've tried to enter the United States and make a living and live the American dream. They in many cases, working with Brother Shaheen, who I don't know where he is, who's played a critical role as well, they have helped expedite certain issues, etc., etc. And we just know them so well, and they are real stewards and servants in the government administration of how that process works. So we want to thank them first and foremost for their service, for the work that they've done on countless, for countless number of community members, including our own community members. So we want to thank them for that first and foremost. And we just want to give them a chance to speak a little bit to our community. And please give them, as always, the ISBCC warm welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a great privilege for us to be here in the mosque today, to be with you as part of this prayerful service. And okay, I'll get it. I'm not as good a speaker as you are, I'll say that. But it's wonderful that we're here, and the Imam spoke about the importance of service and to care about others and to put others ahead of yourself. We, Mike McLeary and myself and our team, we are government servants. And if we are to succeed, we must be humble servants. And we want to serve you. And I know there's apprehension and there's concern. Immigration is so much in the news. But we are the stewards of the Immigration and Nationality Act, locally, in Boston, in District 1. We are the stewards of the legacy of immigration. Immigrants built this country. And recently, my mother and father were immigrants. I'm proud to say my father raised us manual labor with a shovel. I'm proud to say today is St. Patrick's Day, so I have a green tie on. But in the end of January, my wife became ill, and we went to Mass General Hospital. It was a very serious illness, and the doctors were waiting for us. We went to South Shore Hospital. My wife was transported by an ambulance to Mass General, and the team of doctors, there were probably 10, 7, 8 were immigrants. And a man who spoke with me at a very critical time, I know he's from the Middle East. I don't know what. But at that moment, that time, my brothers, they were Americans to me. They were fellow human beings. It was the kindness, the care. It was a moving experience. My wife is doing better, but it pointed out, it highlighted in that moment of stress how I depended on brothers from all over the world. So I believe our country is a beacon to the entire world, a beacon of freedom, a beacon of opportunity, a beacon of justice. Are we perfect? We're not perfect. We're humans. It's a human structure. It's a human enterprise. We make mistakes. But our goal, our philosophy here, as it is in other immigration offices in the country, is to recognize, respect the dignity of each and every human being. We don't look at a person or segregate a person who comes from Somalia or Iraq or Libya. We treat everyone the same. Every case is unique. We look at the merits, examine the merits in each and every case. Is the person eligible for the benefit? Whether the person is from Great Britain or Germany or Somalia. is the person eligible? And I will also say, if a person is not eligible, of course there are processes, we follow the law, but we must treat that person with respect. Respect they're entitled to. So if you're not a citizen, if you're a permanent resident, please, I encourage you to consider becoming a citizen. Every time a naturalization ceremony is held, every time a new American is created, in a sense of administratively created at a naturalization ceremony, it strengthens our country. And in our 240-year history, we've gone from a small nation to a great nation because we have never failed to welcome immigrants. So I'm going to ask Mike to say a few words, and again, it was our privilege to be here, and thank you for your inspirational words, your prayerful words, and God bless you all.
So it's a tough act to follow, two tough acts to follow, so I promise I won't try to. But I simply just want to say, as being the new director of the Boston field office, that this is my first visit here, and I want to thank everyone, for their kindness. Oh, sorry. Thank you for your kindness and welcoming me into your mosque. It's a beautiful mosque. The architect inside and then the people inside, the brothers and sisters, as we've talked about today. So thank you very much for welcoming me. And I just want to reiterate, echo what Mr. Riordan had said. As long as Mr. Riordan is in charge of the Boston district, as long as I plan on hopefully being at the Boston field office for a long time, that please know that USCIS, we're here to help. We're here to provide service to the community. That we're government stewards. We're here to help the community. And please know, whenever you're going to come into our office, that no matter what you think, you're always going to be treated, like Mr. Riordan said, with respect and dignity. That's the one thing you might not get an answer on that day. We strive to answer every question. We'll do our very best. But one thing you will get is you'll get respect. You'll get treated like every human being should be treated, with respect and dignity. So that's how I'm going to end this. And thank you again for your time.
Thank you both so much for being here today. And please note, Mr. Riordan, Denis, our prayers are with you and with your wife. We hope for a quick recovery for her, and also our prayers for you during this time. They're not the policy makers, but they are the stewards, and we just pray that God blesses them during this time, that God really God infuses the spirit with which this country was made, throughout all of the agencies in the U.S. government. So thank you again for being with us today, and God bless you all.